So, it's me. Thank you for watching this video. But if you haven't seen the title, I'm going to be talking about one big question about a certain toy line made by Hasbro, and that would be Marvel Legends. And wondering if is the line dying or is the line trash now? I've been hearing that being thrown around Instagram a lot, around YouTube a lot, and the main thing is that a lot of people like to say that now Marvel Legends is just a show of its former self. They're not as good anymore. The figures aren't as great. And it's weird to me. It's interesting because not that long ago, not even, I don't know, half a year ago, maybe a year ago, people were saying Marvel Legends was at an all time best. We were getting some of the best figures we've ever gotten. Old characters that Toy Biz made at some point, Hasbro remade like last year, a few years ago, have made them better. Like they've just been getting better and better and better when it comes to making action figures and molds for the last 3 years. And just have a really good usage of when to reuse something and when to not reuse something. But it still works. But all of a sudden, all of that improvement is they're trash. And I think the reason why that is the case is it links down to the price. So and I get it's a good reason to not like Marvel Legends because of the price hike. But you can't just do a 360 and say they don't make good figures. They still make good figures, they're just overpriced. It's, you can say it whatever you want, but Hasbro Marvel Legends is the most impressive line by far, simply for the fact that they have a bigger plate of characters they need to make. Because let's be honest, GI Joe, which is a great line, they made that Storm Shadow. That's probably gonna be a top 10 figure in everyone's list, including mine. Um, they don't have nearly as many characters to make as Hasbro, or I'm sorry, as Marvel Legends. They're all by Hasbro. Or Power Rangers. Even with Power Rangers, with their insane amount of shows that they can pull from, it still doesn't rival Hasbro. And the amount of figures, I keep saying Hasbro, Marvel Legends, it still doesn't rival Marvel Legends and the crazy amount of characters and even figures they put out every year. I wish I could bring up a number, but Marvel probably Marvel Legends probably releases 3 times the amount of characters and action figures more than Power Rangers and GI Joe. It's not even close. So and the amount of great figures we've been getting just with a very high price hike has been amazing. And not even just Marvel Legends. Like GI Joe also have that $25 price range now. I think maybe also the Power Rangers as well. I think when I bought that Storm Shadow, he was like $26, 25. He may have been 27. I don't know. I have to bring up the receipt. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think Marvel Legends is still great. They still make amazing figures and they're getting better. They are the best line that Hasbro has. The problem with them is that the figures are overpriced and that they give you not enough accessories to make up for that price. Good example is the Valiverse figures. Look at one figure from that line and the amount of accessories you get for $30, maybe 35. I think it's $30 each figure. It makes up for it. Marvel Legends doesn't do that. Like the most recent reveal we got, or not? I don't think it's the most recent, but the Walgreens exclusive Sentry. Yeah, that was it. It comes with a set of hands and a head mold. That is it for $25. I could let it slide if it was $22, and even then, that's pushing it. But $25 for just a set of hands and a head mold. Don't get me wrong. This new Sentry, I'm not going to say is a bad figure because of the price. It's just an unfair figure, but it's not bad because this new Sentry is much better than the last Sentry had, which was based off of that that Venom mold, or I forgot that it was based off of that weird mode with the dumb projections of the body with a huge chest and weird neck. Yeah, that was a terrible mold, and any character put on that mold was just gonna be a bad figure. So the fact that they gave us a new Sentry on a different mold, I think the Omega Red mold is already 10 times better in my opinion. But just doesn't come with enough stuff. And Sentry is a very what? He's a character based off the sun. His powers come from the sun. He's like Superman in a way. You could have given us some sun effects, some like him getting energy from the sun. I don't know. A lot of radiation effects based off of the sun could have been put into the box. That would have worked out amazing. That would have been great. But they didn't, and it was just a missed opportunity. A missed opportunity with a lot of these figures lately. And I may make this my own my separate video on how we can combat this issue. If they're not going to lower the price, they need to stop being stingy and put more accessories in each figure. If not accessories, then at least a stand. I know the older heads, the older collectors, they want a stand. I've been collecting for about 7 years, so I'm used to not getting a stand in figures, and quite frankly, I don't really give a shit about an action figure stand. I don't need one. It would just take up space anyway. But I would rather you put that in there than nothing, than just a set of hands and a head. But like the only way Hasbro's gonna change if they notice they start losing money, because all they understand is money, especially a global corporation like Hasbro. That's the only way they would stop. So like if you just stop buying figures from Marvel Legends, at least just not as many, and start getting picky, they're gonna start changing. I swear to God they would. But yeah, that would be it. That would be my my whole take on that. So yeah.